Welcome. Today we'll be looking at a recording of a Tier 9 clan battles match on Hotspot. And right here we will actually pause the game. We'll pause the game and go over the ship lineup. So our team, we are running a Valparaiso as our battleship. It is a very survivable Pan-American battleship that recently released in 2025. For our cruisers, we've got Buffalo and Alaska, both pack the American AP and 10-kilometer American radar. We have Schroeder as a fast German secondary cruiser, and Le Havre as our French fast secondary cruiser. For DDs, we've got a German Z-46 and a Pan-Asian Chung Mu with deep water torpedoes. On the enemy team, we've got a Georgia as their battleship. They're running Buffalo and Alaska, same as us. They've got Manteuffel and Michelangelo as their secondary ships. And they've got Benham, which is a very potent torpedo boat, and Mogador, which is a very capable French gunboat. And as the match starts, I begin with my initial deployment. I want Hal in the Z-46 to screen mid around here. I want Buffalo to cap B. I'm going to hover Alaska here to see how they deploy, because I see they have a double secondary ship. There's a very high likelihood they push down the 9-10 line. And I want to have Schroeder tucked here and Le Havre out wide. And that's going to be our initial deployment. And we're going to wait and see how the enemy deploys. I'm going to wait back in my battleship a bit. And we are going to see what our DDs spot for us. As for my own battleship build, this Valparaiso is running the 8 heel spec. I drop Adrenaline Rush so I can run a full conceal build, giving myself a 12.6 kilometer detection. Disregard the team panels, they're a bit off, because this is a replay. I really wish I could have captured this game when it really happened, because this is really quite an exciting game to see. So right off the bat, they step in C very quickly. My gut feeling is that the Mogador is taking C right now. Right there, you see I'm pinging for Alaska to soft commit on the island. Soft commit means that the Alaska is going to be far enough back on the island that you can go either direction if I need them to commit. Their battleship is spotted in the usual position, nothing too surprising. Right there, this is really an important moment. I see their Michelangelo, and immediately I'm thinking they're going to try a 9-10 line push. So I immediately tell my 3 ships there, the Chung Mu, the Schroeder, and the Le Havre to sit back and wait, because I don't want them pushing this early. And right there, we see the Chung Mu spot some torpedoes. Those are 2 sets of 4, which means the Benham is on the 9-10 line, and we definitely do not want to push that. Enemy Manteuffel is sending ASW planes at us, so we know that Manteuffel is right there. At this point, we know 9-10 line's kited, so I go into mid to put some pressure on them. we spot the Mogador, and this is key because that was the key piece of information I was looking for. Like, where is the Mogador? I'll tell Alaska to commit onto the B side of this island, so he's going to be on this side. And right now, we know where the Mogador is, and Mogador has a 7... It's a fast boat, it's hard to kill, it's hard to hit, but it's not particularly stealthy. So, I lock secondaries on a Mogador, and I'm thinking... Benham's just been spotted, Mogador's just been spotted. I can go in, and I can take this sea cap. We see the Georgia. And so we have 4 ships there, the other 3 ships are spotted. We kind of know that nothing's in sea right now. I'm not too afraid of the Buffalo, because I'm in a Valparaiso. And at this point, like, when I make this turn, like, they could really punish me for it. You really couldn't get away with this in any other battleship except for the Valparaiso, but you get a cruiser rudder, you get to turn in. Georgia does not shoot at me, so I make my turn. And 910 line is just holding it off right now. Looks like they're trying to push through A side to the B side, so I'm perfectly content just taking C from them. They are focusing down my Alaska right now, so no shots are coming in on... Well, those shots are coming in on me, but... Otherwise, right about here, I start to go dark. Mogador's in secondary range. He's trying to get out. But I get the cap. And right now I wanted to pull Chungmu closer. Before this I wanted Chungmu to get the cap, but I managed to pick it up, so now I want Chungmu to go back out to prevent the Benham from pushing us for free. And right now I'm thinking we have both caps, we have not lost a ship. The points are actually reversed in this replay. We are the ones with less points, but very shortly we'll be even and eventually ahead. So there's really no reason for us to push right now. However, because I know that my ships are in good positions, none of them are really in a position to get picked. Except for Alaska, he managed to reverse out and not burn out, which is really good on him. You can see that his health is pretty low. But now I know, like, they've got to push us eventually. Even as before I spotted Mogador over here, I knew that if anything, the Mogador is probably going to push us. So I have to prepare myself for that push. Because if you want to fight a Mogador, the right place to fight him is at close range, where you can't use the French speed, the French maneuverability to juke all your shells. So he goes dark, and really has a decision to make. Does he come down this way, or does he swing around top? I didn't really think about it too much in the moment, but we have 2 American radars right there. It would have been extremely risky for him to go down this way. But I keep my guns pointed at this island so that, you know, if he comes either direction, I can hit him. But eventually I think, like, this is probably the most reasonable path that he'd take. But again, right now I'm mostly watching the mini-map, seeing how this battle's developing. Here he comes. I push forward, fire a full salvo into him for 7,000. Immediately accelerate forward because he's going for the torpedo rush. And Mogador is down. At this point, my 910 line is still holding. They still have to push us. I order my Buffalo to... Buffalo is like flat to their Georgia and their Buffalo. I order him to turn out immediately to gamer turn while he's still dark. Is it still a gamer turn if you're dark? And anyway, he's going to turn out. And right now I use my Valparaiso monkey push strategy to just like run it into the Georgia and the Buffalo. Now I do make a bit of a minor mistake. I push up a little too far, which means that once the Georgia goes down, I am in a bit of a crossfire between the Alaska and the Buffalo, but it doesn't end up mattering because I'm in this absolute clown car of a battleship that just, like, refuses to die. I'm not very much so afraid of the Buffalo AP. Buffalo has great American enhanced pen angles, but he has 8-inch cruiser guns. They don't really have the raw penetration to sit it on me. Like, he has to be basically point blank to sit it on me. Georgia goes out. I lock secondaries to Buffalo. And I'm thinking, I don't want to be here getting shot by 2 cruisers with enhanced pen angles. So I'm going to tuck up. I'm going to put this little island right here between me and the Buffalo, and then I'm going to secondary down the Alaska. As you can see there, we are about to win. Remember, this is a replay. The points are flipped. We're about to win. They have to make something happen. So now, they, instead of trying to be stalled here, they push into C. I pull our guys back to Kite because there's no reason risking their lives. I'm going to focus down this Alaska. We've all got... He's on like a double permafire. We're all getting... Buffalo's getting shots on him. Like, this guy's going to go down. And there he goes. And still, we're so far up on points. We have this cap still ticking. I pull all my guys back there. There's really no reason to risk them. Laharv dodged a Manti-Torp set that he set here. Buffalo's in a really, really tough position. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do at this point. I don't overmatch Buffalo, so I go for superstructure hits. And I turn out to not get the kill. Our Buffalo gets it, and we finish the game with all of us still alive, but that was intense. Very intense. Our Chungmu came very close to dying. Our Alaska came very close to dying. It could have been a much closer game. If our guys died, they would have had a little bit less pressure to push me with their Mogador. And I think a lot of this is highlighting like the value of positioning, not giving up yourself for free, and to take, well, I mean, this is a pretty busted battleship right here, but when I took B cap, it really put a lot of pressure onto them to get points going, because I could immediately rotate back out into mid like I did, and even had some players ask, like, hey, in the 9-10 line, I didn't feel like we were doing a whole lot, and it's like, it doesn't feel like you're doing a whole lot, but if you're there, you're just stalling their push. I mean, Chungmu doesn't want to push, or I mean, Benham doesn't want to push, because our Chungmu packs a radar. So it was well played all around. Everyone played their part well. And this, as we'll see, this enemy team, is not... I actually had WoW's numbers running in the background, and as you can see, this is not like an enemy team that is like bad. They're actually, on average, quite good players. You know, these are, green players. So it's not like we were play against an enemy team that was bad. So that's the summary for the match. I hope you enjoy.